The next bit of news I want to talk about is Samoa Joe being moved apparently to full-time commentator, replacing Jerry Lawler on Monday Night Raw. Man, the parallels between Samoa Joe's career, and I resisted these comparisons for a long time, and I don't know if this move has anything to do with those comparisons, but to Taz's career have sort of followed Samoa Joe for a long time. Obviously, they were paired together in TNA for a hot minute. But for Joe, what does this mean for his future in the ring and just moving forward? Because, we've talked about this at length.
Mm-hmm.
I think Samoa Joe is a top babyface champion waiting to happen. Unfortunately, he has been plagued by injuries recently. And he's got a lot of tread on the tire. He's had a long career already at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see. But what was your reaction to this?
You say Taz. I actually was thinking more like along the lines of like Corey Graves, a competitor, unfortunately, with some concussion issues, is being sidelined, and they still want to use him for something, so they put him in the commentary role. I mean, personally, I love the move. I mean, no offense to Jerry Lawler, but I think his time has passed, and kind of some of the stuff he talks about in the air is a little outdated. And I think for him, I don't think he was a big fan of traveling per se. So maybe in his mind, it was a short-term deal is when they brought him back last year. But for Samoa Joe, I love it. It's a fresh perspective. He's awesome on the mic, friend of the show. We've talked to him a few times. He's always a great interview. But also, you think about it with Samoa Joe, I love kind of like lately, sometimes like maybe other wrestlers or superstars will come by the table and maybe try to start something, and he'll step up and intervene like, what you want? And like, I like that. That's kind of like a different just type of segment being played out with the commentators getting involved in the action. So I think that's really cool. And I think he does a great job. So I think, him and Phillips and Saxton, I think the three of them could be really fun together. And I think people liked seeing him before. It's just unfortunate, the situation here, because I think he still has a lot in the tank as far as a performer, though. It's unfortunate, like this last concussion that he got, it was filmed, it was during a commercial for the USA Network. He did a table spot, got a concussion. So it wasn't even in the actual ring in a match in front of an audience and whatnot. It was for a commercial. So that's what sucks, is if this is really affecting his long-term situation. And you got to look at WWE. To their credit, they take, head concussions and anything head trauma related very seriously. So maybe, the powers that be, the doctors involved, they're being extra critical and sensitive with this. And they see he has a head issue right now, and it's been a reoccurring issue. They don't want to rush him back or maybe not clear him. So maybe, unfortunately, it's almost kind of like a Daniel Bryan as far as he has an issue here, and the doctors are not going to give him the okay to compete. So what's the next best option? Let's have him do some commentary for us. So I'm still going to enjoy it. I hope, though, he's able to come back in the ring at some point, though.
Yeah, I do, too. That's the main thing for me, is that I see so much for him in WWE. I see their need for that baby face that maintains his badass factor. I see all over Samoa Joe. And I really believe he could be the guy. And as Dusty Rhodes, said, he doesn't look like the athlete of the day is supposed to look. His belly's just a little big, his hiney's just a little big, but he is bad. And brother, they know I'm bad. And that's Samoa Joe. And so I see all kinds of legitimacy around him, his character, his promo work. Obviously, he's going to succeed, in my opinion, in the commentary role as well. But I see so much more left for him to accomplish in the ring in WWE. So I'm hoping very strongly that he gets to do that.